What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another awesome episode of Ultra Fighting Missions. Oh my god, I've been waiting so long for this time. Wow. It's been so long. Somehow, we have a fight between two gigantic leaders of monsters of their own island, and their victory is Godzilla, the king of the monsters, and King Kong, the leader in the forces of Skull Island. With all that being said, let's discuss the first one that was created. But for this battle, before we start, for this battle we'll be using the 2014 Godzilla and the 2017 King Kong. Now let's discuss the one. Long ago, the year was 1933. Some people wanted to go to a travel vacation on an ocean. Somehow they wanted to go to a dumb island. Somehow they didn't know what island to choose, so they wanted to go to a random island called Skull Island. Normal ways that they can get attacked by a tree of an helicopter for somehow, and it just crashed the heck out of a helicopter. Well, somehow they just gotta put up a fight between one strong monkey the size of a building. That name was Kong. Yes, King Kong. King Kong is the fiercest leader of Skull Island. Was really imagined as a big giant ape, big giant gorilla, and a big giant monkey. He's half and half and half. He's usually invulnerable for somehow. He usually crushes so many objects, helicopters, boats, planes. Somehow he's usually bleedable. King Kong is not fierceless forly of somehow. Well, King Kong can do he can use so many weapons as he can use so many nature stuff as objects. Like the one time that he picked up a tree, uses it as a bat, and usually just boom, just hit some of that mouse. He's usually strong enough to keep up with 3 T-Rexes at a time, and usually rip one of them's mouth half and half. Well, he kind of play with it a little bit. Somehow, he's usually strong enough to rip out a skull crawler's tongue out. Blech. I mean, he's usually ate an octopus once, but he beat it. Well, King Kong usually can use a propeller, like a propeller, like a boat. Remember those things that y'all saw in some of the movies? Well, that's the part that the backside that King Kong uses. Here, I'll show you a montage. Also, he can use those things to choke some of the other monsters around it. And also he's usually strong enough. He's usually strong enough to he's usually strong enough to keep up with fire. I mean, he didn't even got burned of that. Somehow, King Kong is really more endurable. Well, his biggest weakness is that it's a funny weakness, but it's beauty. Oh god. Okay. Overall, King Kong is is a stronger ape that you can't beat up with. If you don't come just don't come into a giant gorilla's home if you want to drop bombs to pick up a fight. Now let's go on to the second monster. The year was 1954. The forces weakened of Japan was kind of weakness until they started to practice the bomb shooting at the ocean. But until then, one of them woke something up. A fearless monster just came in. A 300 feet tall monster just came into the Japan and wrecked that one up. That monster was Godzilla. Godzilla, the king of the monsters. His feet is usually 300 feet high. I mean, how long is that? No creature can do some of that, but who cares about that? It's kind of a big deal, but somehow. It's the scale to the point. Godzilla is usually indestructible and unstoppable and stuff, but that's not really true about that. Somehow, let's discuss his full strength. His strength is usually not endurable, but he can usually jump up to the air and do an air kick into the air. Somehow it can usually kick somebody, and somehow it's usually a funny thing. Somehow he usually charges up, usually bends over, charges up, and picks himself with his atomic breath. Even though Godzilla is the king of the monsters, doesn't mean that he's invulnerable. Somehow Godzilla is usually a forces of a god. Well, let's talk about his power-ups right now. Well, he only has like 2 or something. Yeah. Godzilla, his first power-up is the atomic fire. An atomic fire that can cause so much smoke damage, it just can't smell good. At least at the point. Yeah, scale to the point, Godzilla's atomic breath could cause so much damage. It could burn buildings, it could burn anything somehow. But that doesn't include the real thing. He has the red spiral rays. The red spiral rays is the ultimate atomic fire of the ultimate red spiral rays. Well, it can cause so hard, it just can't super really smell good. Yeah. Now let's go on to the fight. The battle begins in Skull Island. Scale to the point. King Kong was enjoying his life until one monster came into his own Skull Island, and that monster was Godzilla. Kong didn't want Godzilla to get onto his island, so he wanted to get him to get out, but Godzilla didn't listen. He started wrecking out the whole Skull Island. Kong was getting so mad, so they had to start a fight. 3, 2, 1, fight. Godzilla uses his atomic breath to get up to King Kong, but that didn't work to him. So King Kong has to use his punching skills. Nearly for sure, Godzilla was mad for some reason. He usually started beating up with his tail swing, but King Kong just tripped out somehow. Even though King Kong just wanted to use his full strength, but Godzilla had to use his flying jump kick, and he did. He started running up to the air and kicked at King Kong. King Kong was usually so mad at it. Somehow, King Kong just usually didn't even get the point right there. Seriously, for somehow, King Kong grabbed the tree and ripped out the leaves. Somehow, he battered up Godzilla. Godzilla just stabbed out to the floor. He saw the propeller of a boat. He started grabbing it so hard that Godzilla wanted to go after him before King Kong just got it. But it was too late for Godzilla because King Kong just already got it and swinged right at Godzilla. Godzilla just got a knockout for somehow. His neck started bleeding and bleeding. He couldn't take it anymore, so King Kong wanted to finish him off. But somehow Godzilla wanted to use his ultimate power of the red spiral rays. The red spiral rays. He's gonna cause it. Wow! Incredible! I've never seen a thing like this before. Somehow King Kong is down. Godzilla thought it was over, but it was just the beginning. King Kong usually saw some thunder, but he was still down. But the thunderstorm just got right into King Kong's body. His body filled so vulnerable. King Kong was usually strengthful. Godzilla tried to use his atomic fire, but King Kong just got a chance against that. Somehow, King Kong just usually grabbed Godzilla's neck, started grabbing both of his mouth, and started electrocuting him. What's this? Godzilla tried to use his red spiral rays again. He tried to shoot it at King Kong's face. King Kong just dodged it right all the way. How? After that, King Kong just grabbed Godzilla's mouth, tossed him into the air fryer, and usually ripped half and half the part of his mouth. It's all over, folks. What an exciting battle. Sorry. Scale to the point. This was a close match somehow. Well, King Kong fans, you don't have to get upset to me. But Godzilla fans do. Well, scale to the point. This was a close match somehow. Before y'all guys comment down or rip off, let's just get to the point why King Kong won. Godzilla's full strength was durable. Remember, Kong was usually strong enough to keep up with fire. Somehow Godzilla's atomic breath and Red Spiral Rays. The Red Spiral Rays did a pretty good job of that. Kong just went up to his lightning strength. He almost got down and died, but somehow King Kong's lightning powers can usually rip up apart Godzilla's full mouth. But that doesn't matter of the full strength of a size gorilla. Normally ways is that somehow King Kong is usually more durable than Godzilla. Well, the Red Spiral Race is the same thing as the atomic breath. That doesn't mean that it's more not durable. I guess King Kong is the new king. The winner is the Kong. Just to know for sure, a quick announcement to this video. The next time is going to be added real soon. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. But don't get upset, because they're about to be revealed when we do on the next video. Well, maybe we'll do it later. So, thank you.